Picture this: a neglected backyard garden. Weeds choke the flower beds. Tomato plant sag under their own neglect. And the once vibrant roses are now a tangle of thorns. We have all been that gardener, distracted, busy, or just plain forgetful. But then one day, we step outside with clippers in hand and think, what if I tried to revive this garden? The prophet Hosea, in the first reading today, paints a similar scene for Israel. Their spiritual garden is overgrown with idolatry and pride. Yet God whispers, return to me. Let me heal you. I will be like the dew, and you will bloom like the lily. Lent is that moment we pick up the clippers and say, let's try again. Hosea's words aren't a guilt trip. They are a love letter. God isn't scolding Israel for their dead plans. He's offering to till the soil of their hearts. Take words with you and return to the Lord, Hosea says. It's as if God says, bring me your wilted prayers, your half-hearted hopes, and I will work with that. This is repentance as relationship repair, not a divine transaction. Like a gardener who knows every plant's potential, God sees what we could be, even when we are buried under weeds. And then there is the man in the Mark's Gospel who asks Jesus, which commandment is the most important? And Jesus answered, love God, love neighbor. Is less a rule and more a recipe for life. But here is the twist. You can't truly love your neighbor if you are spiritually parched. Hosea's call to return to the Lord isn't just about personal renewal. It's about refilling your well so you have something to pour into others. Hosea's imagery of dew and blossoming lilies is God's promise of gentle, persistent grace. Dew doesn't roar like a storm. It quietly nourishes. I once met a man who, after years of bitterness toward his estranged brother, sent a simple text. Coffee sometime? No grand apology, just an open door. That's dew-like love. Small, steady, and life-giving. Jesus' command to love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength is an invitation to holistic growth. Notice he doesn't say, with all your perfection. Love your God with all your perfection. No. God isn't asking for flawless obedience. He's asking for roots. Like the lilies Hosea describes, our lives are meant to sink deep into God's love so we can stretch outward, offering shade and beauty to others. This Lent, consider two questions. What weeds are choking your spiritual garden? Resentment, distraction, fear? And ask, who needs your dew today? A lonely neighbor, a struggling coworker? And Hosea ends with a line we often overlook. The ways of the Lord are right. Hosea doesn't say the ways of the Lord are, easy or, he says it's not easy, not predictable, but right. The ways of the Lord are right. And loving God and neighbor won't always feel, natural, especially when the neighbor is the one who, lets their dog to dig up your petunias. But Lent reminds us every act of love, no matter how small, is a seed planted in faith. So grab your clippers, friends. The gardener is waiting, the soil is ready, and even the most neglected plot can bloom.